Welcome to Ghosttown court, you know. If you know my videos, then you should know the court. If not, I will tell you something. Watch. Here we are at Ghosttown court. This is the name of the court. A very roughed up court, and I have here the Champion Sports rubber ball by me. Looks nice and friendly when you watch it, you know. That is also relaxing, but I tell you something. That is the thing. Ghosttown means, watch what is in there. That is a clip from this, you see. From those. But I tell you something, here we have the ball. I played already a little bit. The rubber ball from Champion Sports, you know, but not the company Champion, which you read, but they are both from New York, you know. Champion Sports, rubber ball, very high jumping ball. Even today, I will tell you something. You have here a striker football in and a lot of blends. And so now I show you that. Why Ghosttown? Watch at the board and ring. We have no net, you know, there is never a net. Roughed up. Here the ball can fall out, you know. That is what I never get, why they do this, because this is a high jumping ball, very easy to jump out. But they have made the nets new, you know. They have really, you see with those things, they made it new because that was always open here. And here is a main street, rough area, you know, really a rough area here. Here is the disc, you know. I had a friend of mine, a female girlfriend of mine, who worked in there. I was with her inside backstage and she told me never buy here something. But that was a few years ago, not now. And I have seen it. There were the animals between the foot, you know, backside. Wow, that is tough, you know. And the areas on there, wow. And why Ghosttown? Because here you never know what will happen. You know, nowadays I think it is better than many years or decades ago. There was another court, a red one on that side. This court is around 20-25 years here. I will come then to the ball. Here is a no-go court, you know. I've shown you that also once. This house was not here. And back in the days that was a closed environment. So when you were in, no one has seen what is going on. Now it is better because of kids' place, dog area, you know. But the thing is, here in the court, you never know what people will enter in or what you have in. That is more a problem, you know, the needles. It can really happen that you have here the needles from the drug addicts. You can find it here. And if you don't believe me, a few weeks ago, a kid grabbed into a needle, you know. A kid grabbed into an open needle what was lying around in here, you know. And that is bad, you know. Then you can hope that you don't have something. And so always watch out. Today it is difficult because of those plants, you know. If there is not somewhere lying a needle, you know. And I have experienced that also here, you know. Because I worked here and then I have seen by the garbages that the needles were lying around on the floor. Here the board is completely roughed up, you know. You see it is damaged here. Looks completely roughed up, you know. And also I arrived now, and what was going on? The police was beside here, you know. Police was parking in the middle of the street, and there were guys from Italy and they had to sit in their car. One police officer girl was staying like this, you know, controlled that they don't get out of the car. And the police officer made something really strange, you know. Here you never know. That is Ghosttown. So, and here we have the ball, Champion Sports rubber ball. It is not the baddest rubber ball, but it is for sure not the best. In my opinion right now, it's a newer ball to me. We played it. It looks roughed up, you know, because we were at last, what I wanted to say now, last hole court, not stone, you know, last hole court. There we played it. Wow, it was so cool where Eminem came out from the sound boxes of the woods, in the middle of the woods, the last edge, the last hole, boom. And that is one of the roughest, if not the roughest asphalt of all courts which exists here, you know, of the 130 courts around. And it is a flat ball, you know, you have no channels, you know, really flat. The valve is not good made, you know, you see it, that is completely over, so there they have not done much. The grip is there, yeah, you can grab it, but it is rough for babbling, you know, so, but yeah, not too rough, but a little bit more rougher. But the problem is it is a high jumping ball, a complete high jumping ball. Today I extra bumped up, not too much air, but still, I will show you that now. And then we started, relaxing place, you know, when you see it, but here you never know. But I like it, but it is wet, you know. Also this now, watch, I can slide, have you seen it? So you cannot run, you cannot make quick movements, only throw, and also because you don't know what is inside. And yeah, that it is. Now we check it out and you will see it. Now watch, there is much space, you see that? I can press it in, maybe this. So I could put in much more air, but now watch, still. You see that? Then you can imagine when you bump it up completely how high this ball jumps. Even now it is too high. But that is this ball. Otherwise the feeling is nice, for sure. Not at the lowest balls, you know, in the middle line, but for sure also not at the top. And yeah, if you need the ball, I don't know, there are many more options, you know. Only if you like the color or the company, but you have much more other options, you know. And for example, here you see a numbering, you know. What is that, you know? A number in the channels, you know. But now we play it. You know, the challenge with such high jumping balls is when you want to go to the board and then to the ring, because they get so much rebound. It's almost impossible when you're far away, you know. There you need the low jumping balls. Those you can put into the board and they will always go in, you know, because they have no big rebound. So my friends, now I will say something about the ball and also do the court. So for example, show you something. The entrance, there you see it already, that it is a rougher place, because there is no door to open up, Watch now. Bam. Now look, there is nothing anymore. You see? There is nothing. Bam. It's all away. So, to the playing we will come, but also here, and you see also what stands on, Fuck, the police stays on, then you know it. But the thing is here, like today you have seen it here, it is much more slippery because here is the shadow, here it is better, but also here it can happen you slide a bit and then boom, it is dry, you can hurt yourself, and here you slip out so easily. So that is a relaxed session. You have seen it by me, I only walk, I relax it, I watch to the mountains, I watch a bit in the nature, the people who are around, and that is relaxed. I only throw a bit, if it goes in, not doesn't matter to me. Today is only to walk a bit, to throw a bit, to relax, to calm down, to watch out the weather. And that is the session for today and not more, Annoying is that there are no nets. That is really annoying always, and especially when you have to be careful that the ball doesn't fall out, and so you are always not 100% by your throwing. You always think, please don't go out, because the balls jump and then boom, they falls out here, and there is the street, and that is always stupid, But on the other side, they renewed the nets, I told you this, and that is really great because the ball fall often out here. And the problem is you cannot make the round, you have to go the over round, much more. And sometimes they clean it up, that here it is much more cleaner than today. And here when the ball rolls out, I always watch if not something is on my ball, Because you have seen it, what I always told you with the needles, and that happened a few weeks ago to this kid who grabbed into the needle, and so I never trust in those things, But yeah, that is the court, and to the ball. Yeah, as I told you, and to me right now a middle ball, it gets roughed up quickly, you see that? But we played it on rough courts, that you also have to say. The feeling is not bad, it is much nicer for sure, better than those standard rubber balls what you get. Only it is so a high jumping ball and it is a really flat ball, But when you can live with that, it is not that good made, you feel that. The wolf is not good, but better than the lowest rubber balls. But if it is worth to buy, I don't know, I can get on DRV or other balls, And yeah, but interesting it will be against the Arena Sports rubber ball, the street ball from Arena Sports, because I think the ball is cheaper and maybe better, because this ball does not jump that high. The weight is also good, from this Arena Sports ball, and that we will see. There we compare those balls, they are newer balls, and that it is, So, from our nice court, Bye. Bam. So, we say goodbye from Ghosttown. Until the next time, bye and ciao.